Happy Saturday. We got playoff football. It's a good day. I slept in like a king. I feel well rested coming into today's workout. Let me turn the comments on. My bad. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning. / good day. It's not really the morning. So we're going to do a little stretch, a little warm up, a little jog, and then we're going to do Arnold's Pump Club lower body split. Want to really stretch my chest out a little. Yesterday I did the morning workout, Arnold's Pump Club upper body split, and then when I lifted with Frank, I did another set of bench press. So in the morning I managed to do a set of, I think, 23 at 135, and then later in the same day with Frank, I did 22. So I'm actually really thrilled. We're seeing results from the Pump Club approach where my bench power and endurance has clearly increased. And I don't think it's because of my chest. I think it's because I've been building up those other muscles. The other really cool development last night was thanks to all of you stoolies. My long-winded clip on "You Gotta Try This" went viral about my favorite restaurant in Fiesole called La Reggia, owned by Leonardo. And when I was in my 20s living in Florence, I worked at a very small Italian school. And contrary to what some people think, I am not a Nepo baby, as they say. I actually worked out there and I made very little money. But because I worked at a school, everybody in Florence knew Matteo could bring you business. So I basically would just get charged a flat fee everywhere, live like a king, but never actually have money in my bank account. It was a very funny kind of situation. And then by I was 26 years old, I needed to get health insurance. That's when I moved back to New York, and Brett Adcock hired me at his first company, Vettery. And I went from an entry-level nothing to the top salesman to the VP of sales, and our company was acquired for $110 million. And that's how I got into the business world and had some success there before Barstool. But going back to when I was in Italy, I was broke all the time. And when I went up to Fiesole, it's not like I'd bring a huge group of people, but I came so often that they loved how much I loved them. They appreciated the respect. So we got to a point where Leonardo would have a spliff ready for me. He charged me like 20 euros for a full feast. And I obviously brought it up when Large asked me what was my favorite restaurant. Not thinking much of it, not thinking, a clip of me and Large was going to get millions of views. But it did. And then Leonardo wrote me a note last night saying that he's got over 900 people for the next 2 nights and an overwhelming amount of reservations coming in. Now, it's a great restaurant. It's been around forever, but since COVID and with tourism down, it's hard. Business has been tough. So it's been a total godsend, and he's so happy about it. He invited me out to stay in his place in the spring, whenever really I want. And the spring is my favorite time. So I'm going. I'm waiting to hear back from him on dates. And if Stu wants to come, I'm going to have a serious talk with Frank where he's obviously welcome, but there will be some conditions in that I will not be there to work for him. And if I can get Stu in that restaurant with me, it's going to be like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's going to be Stu's Everest. He's going to be in trouble. Stu's going to go in there thinking he's going to big dip it, and these guys will feed him into death if Stu wants it. And I don't really drink alcohol anymore, but if I'm in Florence, I will be guzzling Chianti Classico, Sambuca, Grappa, Peronis, everything. Not to mention the king, Negronis, while I just eat the best food in the world. I'm so happy, but really grateful for all the stoolies making that thing go so crazy viral, because we've really impacted Leonardo. And one of my favorite places in the world now is like thriving. And the coolest part, in my opinion, is that if hundreds of people are setting reservations right now, they're going to all be blown away when they go. And then this thing is going to just take off, and hopefully Leonardo and his family will be able to be in a different position, financially, business-wise. It's really a beautiful thing. I also get a little bit of a kick out of the fact that the restaurant really is up a steep hill. So many people better get your steps in before you go, because you gotta earn it on that last part of the hill. Unless you're feeble and you have some little Fiat drive you up or something. I've walked down that hill so drunk. It was like kind of fucking terrifying, actually. So we're really warming up our legs, our back. These are a lot of the stretches you saw me do with Wonton Don on Thursday. And he'll be back next Thursday. It'll be a better, cleaner operation. I'm going to record down here where I just have much better angles. And then Donnie will be in a studio so he doesn't get interrupted. Anytime I'm going into a leg day, I want to make sure I really take my time stretching. Ooh, that was a great crack. Because building up my leg muscles is relatively new to me. I mean, I've always kept myself in great shape on the lower half. I've always run a lot, done a lot of body weight lifting, meaning like, squats and calf lifts, but Arnold's Pump Club is definitely taking it to the next level. For the Pump Club warm-up today, it is body weight, squats, push-ups, lunges. So that's pretty straightforward. What's up, Tate? Sorry, I got a couple crazy texts. Tate, Dante, what's up? Hello, I'm live streaming my workout. Incredible reporting all week, King. So Tate just asked me how the Wi-Fi is at Hard Rock Stadium. I'm going to say, honestly, I don't think good, unless you are in a suite. But I went like 2 years ago, so I'm not 100. Let me ask Frank. All right, let me do some sit-ups while I text Frank with Tate on it. working some crunches. I'm trying to get refocused. So I've got Frank and Tate in a group text for the first time. I'm talking to Dante all about Italy Desole. I wouldn't be surprised when I go out there if you see a Stu, Dante, some kind of a crazy pack of us. And I also just know when Frankie boy, he ain't gonna miss out on something like this. That could lead into Mikey Betts. I bring the whole fucking company before it's over. It shows that most of my good friends at work are at least my age, if not older. I'm one of the old dogs, which makes sense. More cat cows. All right, the warm-up calls for some push-ups. So let's go downward facing dog. Yasanya, upward facing dog, 10 push-ups. Chest is really feeling it from yesterday. Good to work through the soreness. A little bit more than 10. Let's go knee to elbow, up. Feel the stretch in our glute, step through. Keep our left hand down, right hand up. Exhale, reach forward, back down. Vinyasana, up dog, Vinyasana. Down dog, plant our right foot, left knee to left elbow, extend, feel it in the glute. Right through, right hand down, left up. Okay. What's up, Florida Nightmare? Is Frank live streaming too? Live streaming what? This workout? No. I actually had it set up incorrectly, if that's what you mean, Ethan. I almost went live today on all of Frank's channels by accident. All right, just 10 air squats into calf lifts. We're going to do a short jog, then we're going to get into our lift. All right. So that was really nice outside of my phone distraction. Stretch, warm up before getting into it. You know what? I want to do one pigeon pose. Before getting into it on our cardio, just holding my leg in front of me, opening up my right hip. Very casual, outside of my normal yoga flow. We'll add on. All right. All right. Body Armor Flash IV. Shout out to those guys sticking with Frank walks this year. So grateful. Also have some other good news coming in, it looks like, with some other potential sponsors. Fleming Enterprises rolling along, baby. All right. I told Tate, Frank and I have a whole different level of appreciation for on the road constant content because, that's really a lot of what Frank and I do. And Tate just did such a phenomenal job. I mean, it took me a long time to get better at doing Frank, like covering him correctly without manipulating the story or without, putting words in his mouth or anything like that. I've never ever tweeted from his account, just even my own posts. So for Tate to go in and just do it freaking flawlessly, perfectly, with no practice, very impressive. And the one thing I'll say on it, in terms of one thing Tate and I have in common is we're both writers at heart. And I think when you're a writer, it makes it a little easier. boy. Come on, boy. So it was a good 5K, 3.1 miles. We really didn't start until about a minute in. So it was shade over 25 minutes, which is a good time. Now we're going to do a little march uphill before we move into our squats and leg lifts. This helps get the groin, calves, glutes even further warmed up and activated before the lifts. It is tough though if you do a lot of cardio before. I just got into flow state, probably overran a little, but it's a good run. The best. Flash IV. All right. All right, time to get into the left. All right. Someone was just in here, but I guess he left. So we got the gym back to ourselves. That's part of why I kept running a little extra there. So today's Arnold Pump Club lower body split day. We did some yoga to warm up, some crunches. Now we're going to get into parallel squats on the barbell. Very classic lift. But since we just did a 5K run and a little uphill march, I want to make sure I get a nice extra stretch here. Oh, sorry, that's not the best angle. Stretching out the groins. Now, just like with all of our other exercises, you're going to always see me err on the lighter side and really lock in on form for these leg lifts, because quite frankly, I have not been doing parallel squats regularly for 20 years like I have things on bench press or pull-ups. So I want to build up my strength, but I want to do it correctly. And I don't want to strain anything. I don't want any setbacks. Let's just do 10 more air squats to warm up. All right, so we're only going to put a 25 on each side. We're going to go for 8 quality reps under control, getting all the way down parallel. Just do it like that. Okay. That's a crooked surface, so it all looks crooked. It's going to be a little crooked either way. All right. Thunderstruck. Oops. It's probably better to see form. Whoa. Uh-oh, we got problems, people. We got problems. Reset, reset. All right. Let me get a better angle for you guys. So I'm coming all the way deep, and then I am going up to my tippy toes, because again, focusing on form and really taking advantage of the lightweight so that we can get a deep stretch as well as a burn on our targeted muscles. I could obviously put on more weight, but with every pound I would add at this point, I would probably compromise just a little bit on form, speed, and control. And right now, on my lower body lifts, that is the priority, not weight. Whereas when I'm doing like tricep pull down, been doing this for so damn long, I can screw around and try the whole freaking rack. All right, I'm gonna do this one to my girl in dedication to Frank Fleming and the Mets. I guess you'd say I get up to those tippy toes, it's hard to keep balance. Woo-wee! One more. Woo, those calves, baby. Burn, 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 burn. A little extra calf work. Woo! Don't need no. My thoughts on the Knicks? Oh man, I'm never gonna lie to you guys. I have really not been watching this year. I don't even have MSG Network. I really made a decision that I didn't want to be one of those people that just complains about the NBA, because if you really love it the way I loved it when I was younger, that's great and you should enjoy it. But I think it's also fair if you grew up and fell in love with basketball, and particularly NBA basketball, when it was genuinely played and refereed differently and taught differently, executed differently. I think it's fair to, not love it anymore. It just changed so much. And I'll tell you, like, to even be more specific, I was a bad shooter. I was the captain, I was the best player. I didn't have a good jump shot. I could shoot with either hand because they're both so mediocre, it didn't even make much of a difference. But I almost kind of resented people that focused on shooting opposed to doing all the other little things. So you can imagine when the league became a shooting league, it's a lot less interesting for someone like me. My favorite players are John Starks, Charles Oakley, Dennis Rodman, Anthony Mason, guys that like to get into the nitty-gritty stuff. All right, I'm really feeling it in my right groin from that last set. Really pushed it there. So we got to make sure we don't strain ourselves here. We're going to go a little bit less deep. I think I went a little bit beyond 90 degrees, which is cool. But we're on the brink of serious pain. And that's where the stretching can really help. Squatting is not easy when you have been out of the game. Again, that's why I'm doing lightweight, but I'm still already fucking burnt after the 5K. Can really feel it here. All right, right groin, I think, is toast. Try to go into some tippy toes. By toast, I mean it's going to be extremely sore the rest of the day, tomorrow, and I'm going to have to a certain extent, protect it from myself. Woo! Ugh. Really good set there. Good sets of parallel squat. Again, lightweight, easy weight, not anything to write home about. But the form, elite, deep, really feeling it in my muscles, not any pain in my knees, not any pain in my back. I had my back arched. I stuck the butt out like I was taking a poop in the woods, as my lacrosse coach would say. And now we're getting another stretch in. The other thing about lifts like parallel squats is that they literally release more of your endorphins and testosterone to unleash your power, essentially. It's going to really open up your strength, not just on the lower body, but your core. And what that's going to directly translate to is being able to lift more weights with everything, your arms, every muscle. Because when your core is really strong, you're going to be able to leverage your body weight much more naturally, opposed to having to put all the pressure on the particular muscle group you're working. All right, we're going to go into some leg extensions. One of the regular core exercises in Arnold's Pump Club that I really do enjoy building up my quadriceps. Only doing 50 pounds, but you can see I slowed up and then I come down under control. 12, hold. Really making that quad pop. Come back, stretch. And again, what are we doing? The push-pull, the opposite motion. So when I'm lifting by extending this way, I'm going to stretch, pulling my legs back that way. It's another thing with the gym. I think it's such a great teacher for life, which Arnold says all the time, but you get out of it what you put into it. There's no hiding. There's no bullshitting. You can't lie to the gym. You can lie to yourself. But if you don't do things correctly, you're not going to get the results. It's black and white like that. The other thing is having balance, not just being hyper focused or extremist about one thing is what's going to make you the strongest. If you learn a little bit of everything, if you're not afraid to try new things, that's what the elite athletes are capable of. They're not just going to be good at one exercise or just good at upper body or lower body or one thing. I think the same can be said for people in life. You have an open mind, you try new stuff. You're not afraid to be proven wrong. You're not afraid to fail. You don't always have to be right. End up with a much more interesting existence, and you'll be much more successful. And just like the gym, you'll actually see what you're capable of. And hold. Whew. Those really do feel fucking good. Those burn. You'll see me continuously stretching out my groin. The right groin's already feeling much better just because I didn't overdo it and I started stretching right away. Get ahead of those things makes a big difference. And to be clear, I do parallel squat, but just not very often. And I think getting back into it regularly, starting with this basic like 100 pounds, getting the form really good, it's going to make this much more sustainable. I won't go through like a phase. It's the other great thing with the Pump Club app is it keeps you accountable. You either do the workout or you don't. We're doing it. We're doing it. Back it up. Look at that. Cardio for Adwa. Adwa, my man, what'd you do for cardio? Congrats, brother. And you don't have to say the distance or speed or anything, just what'd you do? Walk, run. You guys give me updates like that, man. Nothing can motivate me more to keep going. It's such an honor to think I could actually influence anybody out there to do something good for themselves, which in turn will have you doing more stuff for other people too. Shit's contagious. And 12. Whoo-wee. All right. Move this back. So now the next exercise, I'll be honest, guys, it's going to make me a little nervous. I also have to say, I was so proud and impressed with Frank when he did this the other day. I was honestly kind of shocked. But he got on this bad boy and did reverse leg curls. So badass. Because it takes real flexibility and confidence to climb up on a machine like that. Frankie boy don't give a fuck no more. He believes. If he believes, you should believe. So if you feel like you work something hard, you stretch right into it. You don't hide from it. Going after the groin and the hamstring. The other thing to emphasize is after running an actual quick 5K by my standards, like a good solid one, going right into these leg lifts with ruthless abandon is not easy. Now, because the hamstring is so tight now, like a toy guy, we're gonna go light, go very light. We're gonna go 30 pounds light, just to feel it out first, rather than put the house on it. All right. It's very light, but I can feel it. I'm just gonna control it. Really feel the squeeze here coming up. Come back slowly. It's time. We'll go up and wait. Not a ton, but a little. That does feel good, and my legs are turning into jello. We're going to superset this with the next thing in our workout, where it's not a lunge, but we're rather going to get into that kind of lunge position. Hands up. And I'm just going to lower. Now you could do this with weight, but again, I'm focused on form and my legs are on fire. So I'm doing 10 on each side and really focused on just having that perfect right down, right up. You can see my base is solid. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera, so let me get my balance here. My base is solid. And we're working our muscles exactly how we want to. Woo-wee! We are getting a hell of a leg workout today. Back to our stretch. Really hope the Bears win this weekend for Mikey Betts. I really do. I know a lot of times in content and stuff, everybody likes to bust each other's balls and stuff. I want the Bears to win the Super Bowl. I want to see Mikey Betts absolutely lose his fucking mind because he loves them. I mean, it's a genuine, I know a lot of people do, but I know Mikey well, and he's a real fan. And I'm very excited for him. And if they lose to the Packers, it's going to be a fucking tragedy. I can feel the extra weight. It's humbling. These leg days are humbling. But that's good. That's good. We want to challenge ourselves here. Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in the gym, baby. All right, here we go. All right, last set. On this, to be clear, last set on this. Still can't believe Frank got on this thing. Like, it's not easy for me to get on this. Here we go. Last set. Getting tough. It's getting tough. Last set on these. All right. Boy, really good work on the legs. Really good work on the groin, the butt, the hamstring. We're not done, but we're gonna get a little stretch here, a little yoga flow, and then we're gonna do a set of crunches to get us up to 200 plus. Stretching right into that right groin, going right at it. Not hiding. Oh, and I apologize. Yesterday I listed the workout as lower body and I did upper body. So I screwed up the schedule a little bit. Thursday, doing the yoga with Donnie, screwed up my thinking, which was my fault, obviously. But yesterday was upper, today's lower. Tomorrow's a free day where we'll do a bunch of yoga and cardio. Torture sit-ups, with our feet flat on the bench. We're totally isolated on our back. You're not going to get any momentum in between reps. So each crunch is a standalone, isolated burn. $20. 30. 40. 50. 'Large just asked me for a sexy topless picture to use as a thumbnail, and I'm ashamed to say I've got one, so 80. All right, 200. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 300. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 400. 10. 420. 430. 440. I'm in a lot of pain. This will be my biggest crunch set, maybe ever. 450. 460. Going for 500 overall and 400 just in this set. 470. My abs are on fire. 480. 490. 490. 500. Holy shit. My stomach. Oh my God. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. All right. Let's do some cat cows. My stomach is completely on fire. My right groin is completely on fire. Whoa. Ah. Oh, the stomach, baby. Woo. Oh man, I got the abs. Oh boy, did I ever get those motherfuckers. Woo! Woo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, go from cat cows into donkey kicks, stretching the groin out a little bit more. Those 400 torture crunches in one set. That was very tough. Sorry, just sending large, like, topless pictures of myself that he's going to use as a thumbnail, I guess. Frank sent me a message on TikTok. That's quite interesting. All right. Yeah, outside of 6 a.m. I really slept in today. On weekends, I typically will come in an hour or two later. Sometimes, though, I come right in. It really depends on family and personal stuff. If I need to get some other stuff done in the morning first. Horizontally. He needs a horizontal picture of me. Afraid to lose. Right from you. All right. This has been a hell of a workout, guys. Appreciate everybody watching. All right. So now, good morning. Hi. Good day, rather. Good. How are you? Okay. This is probably my favorite calf lift, where we're going to do one leg. And by standing on the ledge, you can lower your foot more than ground level and get a full stretch in the calf. And then we're going to push all the way up to our tippy toes. One leg at a time. You can see we're just switching back and forth between legs, getting our rest when the other leg is working. This is our third. We'll go into both feet. Great workout today. Taking our 25-pound plate, some twists. will make you good at throwing punches. All right. Wrap up. A couple last yoga stretches. Coming to downward dog. Upward dog. Step the right leg through. Left hand planted. Twist. Lean forward. All right, guys. What a great workout today. Did over 500 crunches. We ran a 5K, uphill walk, parallel squats, leg extensions on the machine, leg curls on the machine. We did stationary lunges. We did calf raises. We did some twists with a big plate. And we did additional yoga. Incredible core workout. Great strength building on the legs, particularly the glutes. And tomorrow we'll be back doing, I believe, a yoga / running day. And then Monday morning, always hitting that beginner yoga as well. So maybe we'll actually lift a bit tomorrow, upper body. I'll figure it out. But love you all. Have a great weekend. Playoff football. These are the days to remember, guys. Enjoy them. Love you all. And of course, don't take no shit from nobody. Love you.